the Coach's Corner. We're here at the Tivoli Tap House where they have great food and, of course, great beer. I'm Brenda Vazquez along with Hector Cervantes. Hector, I haven't seen you in so long. How you been?
It's been quite a while. I've been doing good, thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. How you been?
Pretty good. I've just been working. After graduation, I've just been working and working.
Work.
That's it.
The name of the game.
Yeah. So can you tell us who's coming into the show today?
Yeah, of course. We'll start by getting you up to date on what took place this past weekend, which include great volleyball from our squad and perhaps a little bit of basketball talk. Women's soccer head coach Chao will join us. They had relatively short trip, and we'll be talking to her about it. And we'll get to know women's junior Jordan Lewis, who had 2 goals this weekend to go along with a special present a CCU Cougar gave her on Friday. We'll talk to her about that later on in the game.
So let's get started on what took place this past weekend in Roadrunner Sports. Our volleyball team was back at home this past weekend, and they were coming off a tough 3-1 loss to South Dakota Mines the previous weekend.
That's right, Brenda, and it wasn't going to be easier as they welcome in Dixie State at the Aurora Event Center, who was ranked 3rd in the RMAC standings with a 7-2 record. Let's see how they did.
The Roadrunners came in with a 7-1 record, so a lot on the line for conference tournament seeding. Coach Jenny Glenn's squad fell behind early to the Trailblazers and found themselves down 22-14 in the first set. MSU Denver would come all the way back, winning the next 11 of 12 points, stealing away the 25-23 victory. Dixie State would battle back and take set 2, 25-15. Megan Trainer led the Blazers with the 9 kills. The Roadrunners would rebound and take the next 2 sets to take the 3-1 match victory. Freshman Riley Ladke had one of her best nights as Roadrunner. The Wyoming native matched a career-high 16 kills, hitting .297 while racking up 15 digs. Here is Ladke with our broadcast team after the match.
But it may be the kind of win that you want to have as a volleyball crew. Well, we're glad to have you here. Very appropriately visiting with us is the freshman from Wyoming. It's Riley Ladke with us, and I'll go ahead and start off with the question. What did you learn about yourselves as a volleyball squad this evening?
We learned that we are a family. That was kind of like the pep talk, is that we are together and we have each other's backs and we're a family. And I think we played like it. We played together, and we are most successful when we're together. And so that's what we found most this game.
You know, a lot of adversity to overcome. You look at the first set down by 8, and finding a way. How much did that win in set 1, if you want to say maybe set a tone for the times you had errors and out of system, but found a way to come back and stay focused to push through for a win?
Yeah, it set the tone. It gave us confidence too, especially coming off of the loss. That like when we've played together, we are good and we can be successful, but it needs all of us all in, kind of like our motto. I mean, this year is all in. So yeah, it portrayed in the first set.
Look at your back row. I mean, Kayla White had 17 digs tonight. She's really your front row, right, who plays all the way, obviously 6 positions, and then 15 apiece for yourself, and also Rexus, your libero. What did your defense do? Your coach said one of the things you needed to do better tonight was defense collectively.
They're, first of all, incredible defenders, obviously, and they just make it easy by talking. They give you confidence, and it's easy to be aggressive and to go swing when you know that you have those people behind you, and it's a confidence to go and block, and knowing that I've got people behind me that'll support me at all times, and they do a great job at it. They're great leaders on the court.
We think of the teeter-totter throughout the course of that match. You're going to go back at game tape, but before you even look at that film, what do you think was the turning point in that match?
I would say, I don't even know.
Not sure? Okay, because there were a lot of moments, right?
Exactly. We were really high at times, and then there were times that it got low, but we were able to crawl, and we were resilient, and we fought. Like in that first set, coming back and winning it, like that was hard. It was hard, but it was fun, and that's the kind of volleyball you want to be playing.
Wanted to ask you about the impact, too, of, with the new rule and the challenges and everything. We had a stoppage in play. You girls are bouncing up and down both squads, right? Yeah. How much did that impact you guys? What effect did it have on you?
Well, I guess it kind of gives you a little bit of a break, honestly.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Fair enough.
As long as you go in and you're like, I'm going to get this next pass. Like, no matter what the call is, I'm going to get the next dig, I'm going to get the next pass. Or I tell Kayla, like, you're going to put the ball away this time. Like, this is going to happen. And you just have to have that, like, laser focus. And I think we did a really good job at that. Our leaders are really good at keeping us in the game and engaged at all times.
And one of the other keys that your coach was saying before the match, that not only that collective defense and the focus, but also needing to play defense in that 6-2. You're going to need more defense from your setters, and you got that tonight, it seemed, from both Sadler and Meganhart.
Absolutely. We worked on that all week, and they're resilient, and they want to be digging for you, and I'm so glad that they're on my side of the court. I love both of them. They are great leaders, and it's fun to play with them when they're digging the ball and they're getting everything up. They're scrappy, they're feisty. That's fun.
Again, we're visiting with Riley Latke, the freshman from Gillette, Wyoming, after the 4-set win for Metro State against a very good and powerful Dixie State squad. Westminster in tomorrow night, and then you move on and move on. We're at the half point in the season. We'll just finish off with, where do you go from here after that kind of victory?
Forward, up. The sky's the limit with this team. We have so much potential, and we will keep grinding in practice. Our coaches will be on us, and that's what we want. We don't want it easy. We want it hard, and they will ensure that. And you want it.
Right. And we know this watching you play. The sky is a familiar place for you because she's got the vert, and that's a fact. All right. Congratulations, too. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Fun to watch you play.
The volleyball team then took on the Westminster the following night. Coach Glenn's squad hoping to not let their guard down after an emotional win the previous night. While the Griffins played scrappy defense, this game was all Roadrunners. Junior Kayla White led the squad with 10 kills, hitting .417 for the match and added 9 digs. This was a 3-set sweep for the Red and Blues, as the squad hit .365 and combined to block 10 Griffin attempts. Junior Jessa Meganhart dished out 22 assists, came through with 9 digs and a tiled 3 service aces. Our broadcast team talked with Jessa about her great weekend and her new serving point.
Okay, welcome back to the Auraria Event Center, where it was a sweep by MSU Denver, the Roadrunners, over Westminster Griffins. Hello, everybody. Mary Kay Morrow with you, and one of our outstanding players of the game is Jess Meganhart and Marty Cesario, and we had a chance to witness a terrific match tonight, in the sense that it was a way to come back after an emotional victory last night. You had 7 aces between last night and 4 last night, 3 tonight, 39 now, and leading the RMAC. What are you seeing out there? What changed in your service to help elevate you this season?
Well, this spring I worked with my coach Amy a lot on my serve. Ended up changing where I started serving from, and just like really started working on that hand contact and like moving that ball around, and that's what's helped me out a lot.
Yeah, it's really made a difference at key moments in matches.
Okay, so the opportunity tonight, I mean, after what happened last night, really good squad in Dixie State. Tonight, Westminster is a struggling program, right? So you had opportunities to dominate, which you did, and how did you accomplish that this evening?
So this evening we just came out really strong. We knew like sometimes our Saturday games aren't our best games, so we made it a focus tonight that we're going to come out strong with this team and play our volleyball.
It seemed like your head coach wanted to maintain that focus, and specifically in that third set, you're completely in command. You're going to win the match, but she takes a timeout. What was she discussing with you guys?
So she was talking about she wants us to take to that next level. Like, completely understandable. We want to be at that next level. Like, we can't settle. We want to play our best volleyball at all times, no matter who we're playing against.
All right, perfect.
Yeah. No, and it was clear, even with the challenge, that she was, out of respect too, and making a point that we're taking every match, every point serious. You've got a 4-match road trip coming up. You spent a lot of the beginning of the season on the road. Weren't even in your own gymnasium practicing. Do you look at it any differently? I know you're going to be out of school now. You're going to be out of school and traveling. What is that going to look like for this team, because you're at a critical point of the season?
Honestly, we come in and we make every gym our home gym. So we come in, we christen the court, and we say this is our home gym for the weekend, for that game, and that's how we play.
Let's check in with the men's soccer team. They battled both School of Mines squads this weekend after dropping a 2-0 decision to the Ore Diggers on Friday. The squad regrouped and put up 4 goals in a shutout of the Hardwalkers. Senior Yannick Schott was the man scoring the game-winning goal while adding 2 assists to improve MSU Denver to 4-5-1 in the RMAC.
Now for the women's who kicked off their weekend with a 2-1 win over Colorado Christian in Lakewood. Senior Jordan Lewis netted both goals for MSU Denver and now tied for the lead with 4 goals scored on the season. Sunday's match was a tough one for Coach Chao as 14th ranked Colorado Mines took on the 5-1 victory.
The new basketball season is almost here, and the RMAC came out with their preseason polls. All the coaches voted in, and MSU Denver is picked to finish 5th after finishing 9th last season. Head coach Michael Ball's squad returns 4 of their 5 starters and are loaded to make it back to the conference playoffs in the upcoming 2019 and 2020 season.
Hey, we mentioned the men, but what about the Roadrunners women's squad? They are led by 9th-year head coach Tanya Have, and her team is picked to finish 4th in the RMAC preseason poll. They finished 3rd last season and will have to replace all-conference first-teamer in Jalen Smith. There are few decent candidates to take over her role, and we're excited to see Coach have his squad in action this season.
Hector, the basketball season is happening in just a few weeks. How excited are you?
I'm pretty excited. I gotta say, I'm a soccer maniac myself, but what a better way to keep sports going at MSU Denver than to go with basketball, since already soccer and volleyball are finishing up.
So we gotta take our first break, but before we do, let's bring in our tweet of the week. It comes from our volleyball team's account as they honored our military veterans on Military Appreciation Night on Friday. We all know someone who has sacrificed their time and their lives to keep us safe here in the United States, which included Kayla White's dad in the upper right corner, who served in the Air Force. We want to give all those who have served a big shout out from us here at the Coach's Corner. Time for that break, but we're coming right back with head coach Tracy Chao coming up next.
In the heart of the city, Metropolitan State University of Denver is holding the line on the American dream. Our students come from every background and experience. They are tenacious, purposeful, entrepreneurial. They choose the highest quality and best value in Colorado higher education, and they choose their own roads for more than 70 undergrad and graduate degrees. Relevant, hands-on, and affordable education. Discover your road to success at msudenver.edu.
Hi, I'm Kayla White, junior outside hitter for the volleyball team, and you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy! I said Coach's Corner. You did? You did. Hi, I'm Kayla White, junior outside hitter for the volleyball team, and you're watching. Ah! I got it right. Hi, I'm Kayla White, junior outside hitter for the volleyball team, and you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy!
Perfect. Oh, great. That's solid. That's good.
Welcome back. Before we talk to my former coach, Chao, we want to tell you about the special sale of the Tap House's Fallen Hero Blonde Ale right here in their own brewery. Anytime you buy a $5 can of their Fallen Hero brew, a portion of their proceeds will go to the Colorado Fallen Hero Foundation. The CFHF is a nonprofit foundation that aids those families who lost a family member in the line of duty with resources, assistance, and support. This is an amazing cause, so come out to the Tivoli Tap House to get your Fallen Hero Blonde. It counts today. So now we welcome in Tracy Chao, the head coach for our women's soccer team. Coach, good to see you again. I haven't seen you probably since the day we had the alumni game.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. I'm glad you're here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you, too, again, Hector.
Good to see you, too.
Before we get into the games from this weekend, we wanted to ask you about the Dave Carver, your former assistant. We honored him 2 Sundays ago for Cancer Awareness Day at the RAC. How is Dave doing, and how did the day unfold for the squad?
Yeah, it was good. You know, Dave, obviously my assistant for a couple of seasons, and you knew him, and great guy, awesome coach, and obviously going through some hard times right now, but opportunity for us to have a game, cancer awareness game, not just for him, but just to also bring awareness to testicular cancer for what he's going through. So great to have him at the game. He's almost a couple weeks left in his chemotherapy, but we've been texting. He texts pretty constant after every game, which is nice to give me his update. He still gives me his coaching points and things that he sees. So he seems like he's been doing really well and getting through it. So I know these next couple of weeks are going to be tough, so we're thinking about him and know that he's going to fight through. But he's such a positive guy that he's been good. Good spirit.
Of course. We wish him the best.
Yeah.
That's great. So you guys made a t-shirt for sale that went to Dave's cause, and he has a GoFundMe page also. So how did the shirt go about, and is the page still live?
Yeah, it's still going to be up and running. So there's still opportunity. We still have shirts for sale. So if anybody's interested, all the profits will go towards Dave and his family to help offset any of the financial costs and the burdens of the medical costs. So certainly you guys can reach out to us if anybody's interested for a shirt. But just something that we thought we could do with the team wore them, and then the staff, and we had a lot of support that day wearing them, which was awesome. So just another opportunity for us to fundraise for somebody that's just a family of the program. Even though he's not coaching with us now, he's always a part of the program.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now let's get into your games this past weekend. You first took on Colorado's Christian in Lakewood on Friday. How did this game play out? It looked like your team controlled the majority of the possession in this one.
Yeah, going on the road is never easy, and playing away. So getting a good away result was good to see. So 2 great goals. Jordan put in two opportunities. The first one was just pressuring the back line. Center back got the ball and took a bad touch, and Jordan was able to pressure her and take it off of her and have a 1v1 opportunity with the goalkeeper and slotted it right in. The second one, Luna got the ball right on top of the 18 and found Kaylee Manis on the wide space and served a good ball in, and Jordan just found a good run between the 2 center backs and headed it in. So 2 great goals for Jordan and for us. So it was a good road win for us, and got to see a lot of different players in different areas of the field, and it was good to kind of start off the weekend.
So you mentioned you have moved players. So one of those players is Jordan Lewis. She started off in the defensive side, and then you moved her up in the attacking side. How did that go about? Can you tell us your thought process?
Yeah, I mean, the whole first part of the season, obviously our stats were we're getting a lot of shots, but we just weren't finishing, and mixing it up and finding the right personnel. Certainly my philosophies are I want to play the best 11 players, and obviously have the next tier players that can come off and bring a different energy and intensity. And Jordan's been certainly a big part of our defensive line for the last 2 seasons that she's been here, and even the first part of this season. And as we started to move forward, her leadership really, just her intensity and her energy and her leadership qualities, gave us something different in the attack and a different competitive edge. And she's, soccer players they can start in a certain position, but I like them to be versatile, to be good players anywhere, whether they find themselves in the back or up top. And she's a quality player that has a lot of technical ability and tactical awareness that she can be successful anywhere on the field. I certainly proved that too, putting 2 goals in on Friday.
So staying with Jordan, she had quite the collision with the Cougar on that match on Friday.
Yeah.
It stopped the game for a while. She had to come out. It injured a Cougar. She had to get stitches, and then Jordan got a big bump on her forehead.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you saw, and is everyone doing okay?
Yeah, so it's just a ball in the box. The ball popped up right inside the 6, and both players went up for the ball. It was a good, just 50-50 ball that went up. Jordan got on it first, and the CCU player just came in as well, and just a little bit late. It happens. It's such a quick moment, and went head to head. Jordan had a big goose egg on the top of her forehead that you guys will see in a little bit. That shifted now.
It was this big.
Yeah, it will shift down. I don't know if that's okay for TV in terms of, but viewers, for those that have sensitive stomach, beware. Yeah. But then the other girl, she, it's just such a sensitive area that she slit her eye open and had to get stitches on the field. So. It was, obviously thankful that both are okay. And it's just part of the game, unfortunately, and just injuries. So, both are okay, and Jordan's on the up and up now.
Yeah, I had stitches too. I crashed into this playing keep away basketball.
Yeah.
Get
Oh, yeah.
stitches.
You can still see it, yeah.
This was since 5th grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hate having this scar here.
It's okay. It's character.
Yeah. All right, Coach. You know what time it is, right?
No, I don't know what time. What time is it?
So it's time for some road runners.
It's 5:55.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your arch nemesis, Jenny Glenn, got 1 point on last week's show, so she is currently in a 3-way tie for the first place.
Okay.
With 2 points today, you can take over sole possession.
Oh my goodness.
For first place.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
It's a
Always ready.
multiple choice question.
Okay. Multiple. I love it.
Easier.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
As we mentioned, your squad took on Colorado Christian on Friday, and the Roadrunners have played CCU a total of 52 times. So that made us wonder, which team has MSU Denver played the most in their storied history?
Okay.
Huh?
What are my choices?
Sorry. Colorado Christian, Regis University, or Fort Lewis College?
I'm going to say B. Regis.
You're correct.
That's 1 point.
Yeah, they
That's
played.
great.
MSU Denver has played Regis 63 times.
Yes. See?
Yeah.
I knew that's a big rivalry for us. So,
Yeah, it is.
you know, we'll
Well,
see them in not this upcoming Friday, but the next one. So.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Hope you guys win.
Okay.
So now I'll give you a bonus point.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah. This is not multiple choice though.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is, so while women's soccer has played Regis the most, who does the program have the most wins against? And we'll tell you it's not Regis.
Let's see. Most wins against Colorado Christian.
That is right.
Yeah.
Yep.
First place.
First.
Hey, watch out, Glenn.
Glenn.
That is with 43 wins. Yep.
Sweet.
And Regis with 41 wins.
Perfect. Yeah.
Now you know.
Good job.
I'm glad we added one more to that little tick on Friday then. That's right.
Yeah, that's great.
So as always, it is a blast to have you on the show. Great luck with your big match on Sunday.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Of course.
So time for one more break, but stay close. Junior do-it-all player Jordan Lewis will be joining us here in just a few moments. You're watching the Coach's Corner.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Hi, I'm Tracy Chao from the cross country team, and you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
Welcome back. We would like to welcome in beaten but not broken Jordan Lewis with us on the show. She's a junior from the women's soccer team. Jordan, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So it looks like you were in a boxing match rather than a soccer match. Tell us what happened. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. So there was a 50-50 ball in the box, and I mean, I'm not really afraid of anything, so I went up for it, and it got the best of me. It also got the best of the other player, too, though, so we both got beaten up there, so.
But you guys are both okay, right?
Yeah,
okay,
we're good, yeah.
That's good. So could you tell us, is this the first time that something like this has happened to you?
Yeah, so knock on wood, I've actually never really gotten hurt before, so this is like my first thing ever in all my years, so. Yeah, adjusting to only being able to see out of one eye the last few days has been difficult, but I've learned to appreciate my eyes.
Yeah. That's when we learn how to appreciate everything, right? When something happens.
So, you scored 2 goals in that game. I figure the only possible way to stop you is to just take you down.
Yeah, it was a good team win, and I was just fortunate to be in the right place at the right time and finish those 2 goals. So, but it was a good team win.
So speaking of scoring goals, you came into the season playing on the back line, but then coach has moved you up in the field to help with the attack. How has the transition been for you? It seems to be working, at least.
Yeah, so I played a little bit of attacking mid in club, so I knew a little bit what I was doing. Never center forward. Definitely more running for me, for sure. But no, it's been fun. Coach always says to for players to be versatile on the field. So I take pride in being able to go up top. But yeah.
I started as a sweeper, and then I went to the midfield, and then to forward, and then I haven't played defense anymore since then. So it's been.
You're good up top, though. You're
Thank
fast.
You,
So do you like playing up front instead of defender?
I like both. I mean, center back's always going to be in my heart, but yeah, it's fun scoring. It's different. Yeah.
Yeah. So coach was telling us you couldn't play on Sunday because you couldn't see, right? Is that the case?
Yeah, so I woke up and my eye was completely swollen shut. I was hoping to be able to play because it's always fun to play against minds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't see, and Kristen and my parents as well were just like, let's rest you and hopefully you can play next Sunday versus Springs. Yeah.
How tough was it to watch or not watch from the sideline, since you haven't missed a game for like 3 years?
Yeah, it was a hard game to watch. Yeah, it was very hard, but supporting my team and trying to do as much as I can from the sideline. Yeah, it was also windy conditions, so it was hard for them to hear and everything. So. But yeah, it was hard.
Sorry, Eric was telling us that he followed you around with the camera just a few weeks ago. It's for a story showing that what the day in the life of a student athlete looks like. What was that like to have a camera following you around like Way, Starbucks, your classes? How was it like?
Yeah, it was fun. We definitely got some weird looks, but it was fun. Yeah. And I think it will be a good video for recruits to be able to see what college athletes go through on a typical basis, from waking up at 5 in the morning to practice, to weights, to sitting through lab, to Erica. He also followed around Erica Torres, and she had work that night. So I mean, it's a long day for us, but no, it was fun.
So it says on your bio at roadrunnersathletic.com that you're majoring in human performances and sports. Is that the case still? And what are you planning to do with that?
Yeah, so I am majoring in exercise science, and I'm minoring in pre-health care and nutrition. So after my 4 years or 3.5 years here, planning to go to nursing school. So yeah.
More school.
Yeah, I love school.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about Tracy Chao and what kind of coach she is in practice and during the games.
Definitely a competitor, which I love because I'm also a competitor. No, but she always brings the energy. I just love her as a coach, and she's also a really good person off the field, which I think is really important in a college setting, to be able to go to your coach and talk to them about stuff outside of soccer, and I think it's really important. But no, I love Tracy. She's amazing.
So you played with Brenda on the 2017 season, is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about her? I mean,
Nothing bad,
how was her locker? Was it messy, or did she ever talk back to Tracy Chao, or just in general?
No, Brenda, like I said before, one of the fastest players I've ever played with. Just send her the ball up, and she'll chase it down. No, but it was fun. I love Brenda.
She was a good teammate.
Of course.
I was a great teammate.
Yeah,
So the last question we have is, you have a few weeks left to go in the regular season. What does this team have to do to be playing their best soccer heading into the playoffs?
So I think it's really obvious that our team has a lot of talent, but I think that something we've been working on this season is factoring other positives outside of talent, just working hard, having a positive attitude. I think that we need to carry over those attributes in order to go far in the tournament and hopefully get a spot in the NCAA tournament.
Yes. Okay, Jordan, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we hope your eye clears up in this game so you can play.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
So it's time to wrap up here, but before we do, let's tell you what's ahead this weekend in Roadrunner Sports. The volleyball team will be back on the road to start a 4-game road trip. This Friday, they'll head to Pueblo to take on the Thunderwolves at 7 p.m. Then it's the Cowgirls from New Mexico Highlands on Saturday at 5 p.m. in Las Vegas, New Mexico. The cross-country team will be looking to bring home some hardware as they'll compete in the RMAC Championships on Saturday. The meet will take place in Grand Junction, and we want to wish Coach Lara and the entire squad the best of luck.
Jordan and her women's soccer team has just one game on the docket this weekend, but it's a big one. They take on #1 team on Division II on UC Colorado Springs. It will take place on Colorado Springs on Sunday at 1 p.m. The men's team will be back at Regency Athletic Complex. They'll take on Mountain Lions from UC Colorado Springs on Friday at 3 p.m. Then it's a Military Appreciation Day on the Sunday against Regis at 1 p.m. Roadrunners TV will be there all weekend to get every goal and every save.
So that will be it for today's show. We want to thank Tracy Chao and of course Jordan Lewis for coming onto the show. For Hector Cervantes, I'm Brenda Vazquez. We'll see you up next on the Coach's Corner.